Captain's Log, Stardate 11-21-2020. After the completion of the port lights, we became one step closer to our destination. Unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances, a new project emerged.
That's the wrong show. This is our show.
And this is my world now. This is my world now.
Today, we're going to be doing something a little different, and we're going to be talking about anchors. And the reason we're talking about anchors is because we had to buy a new one. So, back when we bought Ixion last year, I bought this 22-pound Bruce. It was the cheapest on the market, and I thought it was fine. The guys at West Marine tried to tell me, get something bigger, you're going to regret it. And lo and behold, they were right. I do regret it. It's too small for the type of cruising we're going to do. So fast forward to today, and we've bought a new anchor. Problem is, the new anchor doesn't fit the roller. So we bought a new bow roller. The problem is, I was a dummy and didn't measure for the bow roller. So neither the anchor nor the roller really fit on Ixion's bow. So the only solution that I've come up with is to build a bowsprit, and that's what we're going to get started on.
So when we made the decision to start cruising, in my mind, we were only going to stay at a mooring ball or on a slip. Because I had heard all of these horror stories of people being out at anchor and dragging and running into other boats or running aground. And I didn't want that to happen. I was genuinely terrified that we were going to get our boat, go out there, and freaking destroy it. But after a while, Nick convinced me that you kind of lose a bit of freedom in nature when you do that, because you don't get to be out there in the world. Plus, with an anchor, you can literally stop almost anywhere. And that's why we started looking into oversized anchors, something that was bigger than what called for our boat. One, so we wouldn't really have to worry about dragging anchor, and two, so that we could take it with us when we got a bigger boat. And it's interesting that fear and that anxiety is what led us to that discussion, because it's something that otherwise we never would have even thought about.
I seem to be a bit tied up here. Like, how does this even happen? I need your help. Subscribe. Uh-oh.
Okay, so we knew that we're going to be living a life on anchor, and we wanted to make sure that our setup was as safe as possible, that mitigated any of our anxieties, and really the only thing that we could come up with that utilized what we already had was to build a bowsprit. And that wasn't outside of the realm of imagination, since the Catalina 30 tall rig comes with a bowsprit. So really I used that as my template in this design. While designing the bowsprit, I knew that it had to serve a function and be strong, but just as importantly, it needed to look good. I searched the internet looking at tons of different anchor platform / bowsprits that all looked like these stubby little duckbills in front of the boat. And I said to myself, there's got to be a better way to do this. And ultimately, I came up with the idea of, of extending the bowsprit a little bit further, tapering the nose, and really carrying the lines of the boat into the design itself. So it has these rigid support arms that extend beyond where our cleats are, and both serve as a function of strength, but also helps to taper an otherwise abrupt square platform. And I think that, at least within my 3D render here, I think that it succeeds in matching the natural lines of Ixion. I just got to the boat. We got the white oak that we're going to be building a bowsprit out of, as well as our cabin doors. And I already have the basic design, but now it's time to actually template the bow. So let's get started on that.
Get down to business. I'm here to put in work. That tunnel vision. No way to quench this thirst. When the sun goes down, keep doing my thing. Won't stop me now. Yeah, there ain't no doubt. I am the go-getter. I am the go-getter.
Okay, so I just finished templating out the bow. I'm just hoping I did it right. It feels a little funky, but we'll finesse it. It's starting to get dark, so I'm going to take what I patterned out and head back to the house and start patterning from there. I think though that I'm going to buy, actually I already have it. I think though I need to cut some narrow strips of cardboard and basically laminate the top edge that I'm gonna make the bowsprit. That way it's just like I have the perfect shape. But we'll see what we do. Okay, we're back at the boat today, and yesterday's project didn't really go as planned. As you saw, I was trying to outline and create a template of the shape of the bow, and between the wind and everything else, it just didn't work out. I got home and basically the cardboard fell apart. It didn't work. I didn't feel confident that I got the shape right. So today I'm going to take a different approach. So let's see if it works, and fingers crossed. We're going to try to laminate the bow with these wooden battens I cut. So the way we're going to do it is using some super glue, some staples, and packing tape. With these 3 ingredients combined, I guess 4 ingredients combined.
You make Captain Planet?
I don't think we'll get Captain Planet, but with any luck we'll get a nice shape of a bow, which we'll then build our bowsprit off of. So let's get to it.
huddling down because it's really windy, and I'm using my phone. It's sundown at this point, and it looks like we finished templating the bow, and I'd say it looks pretty damn good right now. So we're gonna clean it up here and pack it up. Even with this template, I want to give about 1/8 of an inch of leeway just in case, you know, for some reason it didn't hold its shape. It looks like it did, but you know, better safe than sorry. So yeah, giving it a little bit of leeway just to make sure. I'm going to finish up here, and we're gonna get going. So we ran out of daylight yesterday in our mold making, but this is what we came up with. It's a pretty good form of Ixion's bow. And so, like I said yesterday, we used a bunch of staples, screws, and super glue to come up with something pretty rigid. At least rigid enough for us to have an accurate shape of our bow. From this, we've already gotten started on making the ultimate form that everything is going to be fitted and clamped to, and let's get to that.
So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And honestly, give a round of applause for Nick, because this is the first project where I genuinely had zero input in, and the design for it is magnificent. So comment below and let him know how much of an amazing job he did. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And if you would like, support us on Patreon so that you can help make this dream a reality. The link for that is down below. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye!